Hello everyone, my name is Where We Don't Care My Name Is, and here we go with my review for Star Wars The Clone Wars 10th Anniversary, which I missed. I apologize, I've been a little busy with other things. It's been a very busy month, but I'm glad I'm going to be finally talking about this, especially with so much excitement about the series coming back. I I love Star Wars: The Clone Wars. I'm a big fan of the series, and I'm glad it went well, and I'm glad they're bringing it back to finish what they started. And I love the movie. I know a lot of people didn't like it. I know there are fans of the movie, but I'm one of those people who didn't have much of an issue with it. I did have a problem with it being on the big screen. I kind of think, you know what? After seeing this again, I feel like this would have been much better if it was direct to television. Have it be more of a premiere, do that. I think that would have been better. But I guess not. I guess they wanted to see if they can make some money out of this before they put it on TV. But either way, I didn't mind the movie. I thought it was good. It does have its flaws, but not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So let's go over it. The story for this film focuses on our main characters, Anakin and Ahsoka, where we see Ahsoka being introduced to sorry, where Ahsoka's introduced into the series as Anakin Skywalker's apprentice, and the two of them are off on a mission to go find Jabba the Hutt's son in order to form an alliance between Jabba the Hutt and the Republic, while they're trying to stop Count Dooku and his adventures, who's doing everything they can to sabotage their mission in order to form an alliance with Jabba the Hutt. So that's pretty much the story in a nutshell. And to be honest with you, I didn't have a problem with the story. Again, I would have liked it better for direct to television, but it's still fine. I actually didn't mind the movie, its story at least, because this was a lot different than the other Star Wars films we got. Keep in mind, before this film came out, we had episode 1, 2, and 3, which weren't exactly good. Now, I did say on this channel episode 3 was probably the better of the prequels, but it still had its flaws. But before then, all three of the episodes were boring. They had a lot too much dialogue, too much politics. It was rather boring, and nothing about it was interesting. Even though romance was very bad, like wow, was it bad? Not Twilight bad, but it was bad. So yeah, I welcomed this story. I welcomed it because at least it gets right to where we want to go into the story. It's nicely done. It's paced well, and it'll keep a young audience interested. As a Star Wars fan, as someone who's older, you're gonna see this and you're gonna be like, I already know how this is gonna go. That's how it's gonna go. Yeah, that's definitely how it's gonna go. And since we know it's going to be a premiere of the TV series, we figured, okay, it's obviously the heroes are going to end up winning, and sure enough, we are right. But how we get there, I didn't mind. But really, the story is more focused on Anakin and Ahsoka, where we see the two of them, where we see Ahsoka trying to prove herself to her master, and Anakin doing everything he can to, make sure she listens, while also struggling to be a teacher because he never wanted to be a master. He didn't want to teach anybody. He feels like that would slow him down. But I think a part of him probably feels that he probably wouldn't be a good teacher and would probably mess up and didn't want to do that. So I think that's kind of what we see in the story, and in some ways we do. We see the interaction between them throughout the story, and we see them going through so much challenges and everything. I actually didn't mind it. It's a nice story. It's told well, and I had not much of an issue with it, so I welcomed it. It does have its flaws. Again, it's predictable. You know how it's gonna go, and you're gonna be like, "Ugh, we saw that coming." So it does have its flaws there, but other than that, it's not bad. Okay, what about the characters? I liked Anakin in the series a lot better than in the movies. The live action movies, he just made him look so bad. He was so annoying. He was such a whiny little baby. I was just like, that's not the Anakin Skywalker I was picturing when Obi-Wan talked about him in the last 3 films before this. But in this series, we actually get him. I mean, in the movie, yeah, even in the series too, this was the Anakin we were expecting. He was reckless, but he was also someone who cared about everybody, who was looking out for everyone, trying to do everything in his power to keep them safe and do the right thing. But we see his struggles. We see his anger. We see he does have, a burden that he's carrying with him. And we see that throughout the movie, and we even see that throughout the series as well, especially with Ahsoka, who he's trying to do his best to teach, who's trying to do everything he can to make sure that she becomes a good Jedi, and doesn't want her to be completely like him to, end up, breaking the rules a lot. But he does show her how to bend them a little bit. And I like Ahsoka in this film. I know a lot of people hated her when she first came out in the movie. They can even compare her to Jar Jar, which I found very insulting. Jar Jar, I wanted to strangle him when I first saw him. Ahsoka, not much, because I see what she's trying to do. She's trying to prove herself. She's trying to show she can hold her own. And honestly, at that young age, I think I probably would have acted the same way as her, trying to prove myself to this person I'm trying to impress and I look up to. I would have done the same thing. And there was there's a good chemistry between these two. I actually like the chemistry between the two. And it's nice to see Anakin now being put in that position where he's trying to keep this student who's reckless like he was to Obi-Wan. It's nice to see that the table has turned. So I thought that was actually pretty funny. Especially how she almost got him killed, I think, 3 times on their first mission? It was so funny. But there is a nice interaction between the two when they're alone, when they're talking, and she's letting out her feelings about how she feels about all this. So it's not all bad. It's very good. The other characters are fine too. I like Obi-Wan. I like Asajj Ventress. I like Master Yoda. I like Padme. The only thing I did have a problem with was the little baby. The little baby Hutt. I had a problem with that character. I found it so annoying. I didn't really like it. But thankfully, not as annoying as Jar Jar, but I still didn't like this baby much. All the other characters are fine too. I didn't mind them at all. And as the series went on, you grow on them a bit, so it was not bad. The animation, music, how is all of that? The music's not bad. It's not exactly like from the movies. We don't have Duels of Fae. We don't have the opening exactly like in the series. So it's not bad. I actually like the music, especially when we get to some good scenes and some fight scenes. And the fight scenes in the movie are pretty good. I like the first fight scene when they're fighting in the city. I like the fight scene where they're fighting against Asajj Ventress, and I like the fight scene as well when they're climbing up this mountains. That was actually pretty cool. So I didn't have a problem with the fight scenes. They were very enjoyable. Now, granted, the miniseries had pretty cool, awesome fight scenes, but this one seemed more realistic as well. But I liked it. The animation for this is very good. Again, the miniseries had good animation, but this one looked a lot better. Computer animated, I had no issue with it, so it's pretty good. And it's wherever they go, the environments they go to, it makes it all look very nice, look very pretty. So I liked it. I had no issue with them. Some minor things here and there, but not bad. So yeah, Star Wars: The Clone Wars movie, very good. It has its flaws, but it's not a bad movie. If you want to introduce your kid to the movie before you get them into the series, I do recommend it. I do recommend this film. So it's anniversary, 10th anniversary. It does hold up. It does have its flaws, but it's not bad. And even 10 years later, I still love the chemistry between Anakin and Ahsoka. Very good, very nice. It's a shame how things are going to go when they bring back the series, how that's all going to end. But still not bad. Alright, so that's pretty much it, guys. If you have a different opinion about Star Wars: The Clone Wars movie, or even the Clone Wars series, leave some comments below, let me know what you think. Hit the subscribe button, check out my Facebook page, check out my Twitter page, and I'll see you all next time to give you more love and more entertainment. So until then, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.